Hi there, welcome to Box Prep. I think there were some sound issues in the video I just uploaded for the Alexander Povetkin fight. I apologise for that. Hopefully this one doesn't have those same problems. In this video I'm going to be talking about two fights, and the first one is Darchinyan against Anselmo Moreno, which is happening later on this evening or early in the morning depending on where you are. It's for the WBA Super World Bantamweight title and the IBO Bantamweight title, and my prediction for this fight is a victory for Darchinyan by decision. This is quite a tough one for me to pick because I would class Moreno as a better technical boxer than Darchinyan. But then I was thinking, well, for most of Darchinyan's opponents I would be saying that. A lot of his opponents have been better technically than him as boxers, but he's still built the career he has and got the knockouts he has over, more technically gifted boxers with his aggression and his power, which they just could not handle. Let's just talk about Moreno. What I like about Moreno, he keeps a very wide stance. He likes to keep quite low. His jab's going to be quite key in this one. I don't know if it's a very good jab, but it is a very consistent jab. So he's going to have to use that to his advantage in this fight. And another thing is he stands he keeps a very sideways stance. So if I'm standing in front of you and I'm very square on, this is a big target. But what Moreno does very well is he is quite consistent in keeping a very side-on stance. So that just reduces the target for the opponent to hit. And on an offensive basis as well, it also allows very good, quick and effective counter punches, because you're already positioned at a very good angle, particularly for a southpaw as Moreno is. He's already got that left-hand power punch. He's got a very good angle for which to twist at the hips and come through with good power. So and it also, while he reduces the angles and target area for Darchinyan, he opens it up and increases it for himself, which is very good for him. And he should try to look to use that to his advantage in this fight and try and use good effective counter punches against Darchinyan, who can come in swinging wildly, as we know, and he can telegraph his punches. So I'm expecting Moreno to try and take advantage of that and use his better technical ability to try and counterpunch Darchinyan. So as you can see already, it was difficult for me to pick Darchinyan to win in this fight. And I know there have been guys who are actually picking Moreno to cause the upset in this one. However, something that I noticed with Moreno is I think he does like to fight coming forward. He does prefer to be on the front foot. I think that's his comfort zone. He can fight backing up, but I think it's out of his comfort zone. He'd rather come forward. However, in this fight he's going to come forward, and he's going to be met head on by another guy who loves to come forward. Darchinyan will meet him head on, and I think this fight is going to inevitably end up with both fighters being quite close to each other. And I think that is Darchinyan's home. That's where he likes to fight. It's going to favour Darchinyan. I think it's going to allow Darchinyan to use punch volume and aggression and power to basically sort of smother Moreno's technical advantages a bit and reduce them to being more insignificant and reducing their significance in the fight. And I think this is going to allow Darchinyan to win by decision. So that's my take on that fight. I think that Darchinyan takes the decision victory. I was tempted to go with Moreno, but I think that the fact that the fight is going to be with two guys who prefer to come forward, I think that favours Darchinyan in this one, and I think his volume is going to tell. The next fight I'm going to talk about is the rematch between Abner Mares and Joseph Agbeko. As we know, this is a rematch. Their first match was marred with controversy, with the low blows that Abner Mares threw throughout the fight. And I was thinking that Agbeko was very hard done by to lose that fight, and couldn't believe that the referee wasn't warning Mares, and taking action against Abner Mares for the low blows that he was throwing. This fight is going to be for the IBF Bantamweight title and the WBC Silver Bantamweight title, and my prediction has not changed. I'm going to pick Abner Mares by decision in this one. I'm going to put the link to my previous prediction for their first fight below, so you can check that out, because what I say in that prediction still applies to this fight for me. Nothing's really changed, and that's because the first fight didn't really give me anything to change. Whilst I take nothing away from Joseph Agbeko, he's still a very good fighter, and this is two world-class guys going up against each other. It's going to be another close fight, I think. I didn't really see, apart from the low blows, I didn't really see anything that's going to sway my decision. I still think Abner Mares can beat Joseph Agbeko. I think he needs to have worked on being able to throw body punches without going too low. That's key for not just this fight, but for all his remaining fights in his career, because we know Abner Mares likes to go to the body. But it was, there was his over, he was over eager to get down in those body shots and was going too low, simply too low. And he can't do that again, because I'm sure the referee's going to be on high alert for this one, being the rematch. And yeah, please do watch my other prediction, which I've given a link to below, because that pretty much gives my prediction on this second fight as well. I think the same thing now. I think that Mares is a very good technical boxer. I think he's gonna, in this second fight, he's gonna need to have improved, but I think he will have, and I think he's going to beat Joseph Agbeko by decision. So they're my takes on those fights. I know they're rather brief, but looking forward to these fights this evening. Please let me know what you guys think. Leave me your comments. Let me know who you think are going to win these fights and why. And let's look forward to a good night of boxing. Please subscribe if you do like my channels. Thank you for watching as always. This is BoxPred, and I'm out.